Hey fellas, today we're going to be installing a Ford Hitch receiver onto this beautiful 2024 Bronco. Before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and line up some parts. And this is actually a Ford kit, so installation is fairly easy and straightforward. The first thing we're going to do is take off the rear bumper. So we have to get all of this cargo area trim out of here. These little plastic trim pieces that go on these tie downs that you'll have to pop out. So you have to go ahead and pop out all four of those. After you take those trim pieces off, you're going to remove these 8 10mm bolts. After that, that carpet should come right out. After you take off that carpet, we are going to work on getting this scuff plate off of the back. And it just clips in. Should be able to get it out with a trim tool pretty easily. You have to come down here and take off these 4 18mm that hold on the bumper. And these are the same bolts, but they hold that spot for the tie strap on. Next, you've got 4 13s that hold this bumper on as well. And I'm kind of taking these things out slow because I'm not quite sure how this bumper is going to act, and I don't want it to fall off or slip or anything. This Bronco had 2 connectors, but there is going to be at least 1 connector for the taillight wiring harness that you'll have to take off. After you've got those connectors off, taking the bumper off should be no problem. Normally the next step would just be to remove these 18mm bolts here, but they are spinning freely. So I had to do something about that. I actually ended up getting one out. I tried prying on it real good, and eventually it caught and slipped out. But that last one, I had to take the grinder to. I started by trying to cut that cage nut, but eventually got enough room in the front that I cut the head off the bolt and just pushed it right out. Luckily, I had enough room between the frame of the truck and the bumper to push that bolt out. Here's our hitch receiver, and it's got 4 bolt holes, and there are 4 holes on the frame there. They line up right together. In that old piece, you'll find the wiring harness for the new trailer wiring. This wiring harness is here because Ford expected people to do this to their Broncos. So this kit is very plug and play if you wanted to try to do it yourself. This trailer connector kind of clips in on one side, and on the other side you have a 10mm bolt. That's pretty much it as far as the hitch goes. Everything's ready to be zapped in, and you're ready to move on to the wiring. The wiring pretty much consists of one module that you have to plug in. It has 3 dummy connectors waiting for it that live behind this panel here. You can see those 3 connectors there. You'll have to unplug those, and then there are 3 studs for the module to set on. The kit comes with nuts for that module as well. You can see me trying to zoom in on those studs where you'll have to put that module at. And sorry I couldn't get any better footage of it because it's really tight in there. But you can, however, fit an electric ratchet in there to do the work of tightening those nuts for you. So the module's actually in here. We've got everything sealed up. And we're going to start putting everything back together. We raise the truck back up, and we're going to put those 4 13mm back in. Also, while you're down here, go ahead and plug the lights back in. I forgot to do that on this job, and whenever I fired it up, the truck was freaking out because the wiring was wrong. Go ahead and put that scuff plate back in, and you just bang it down with your hand. 10mm in the cargo area for the carpet and the hooks. Don't forget to put your caps back on. We're putting back the 4 18 millimeters that hold the bumper on now. And that's going to about do it, folks. Man, look at that rig. I tell you what, I hope it pulls a bitchin' jet ski with some surfboards on top. Thanks for watching.